Yo, what's up guys, John Boogle here. Oh, by the way, before we start this video, this is Future Boogle here. The commentary sounds a bit weird. I was having breathing issues during the time of this recording, still am, but yeah, if you're wondering why the commentary is weird, that is why. But anyways, back to the guide. Here we are to finish off Clionel the Clown. We got part 2 of the revenge stage, and this level is actually pretty easy because the peons in the stage are easy to handle. Of course, there's no Slipner, there's just beefed up hippos. So yeah, main thing here is make sure your ramen is decently leveled, and we're gonna need that cat gift for the freeze, and it's gonna come clutch once we enter the blind spot with the initial push. Now as for attacker levels, you want to get a decent level. Above level 30 is the perfect spot. Manic Flying even at level 30 does very well because the DPS is just insane as always. Using fast units that could enter the blind spot easily is also very nice. Stuff like Seafarer. Of course, Housewife also works. If you don't have any of these gacha options, you can use stuff like Mecha Bun or Yolala. Of course, Fishman works pretty well. Can, if you have double bounty on Can, that could really help. Of course, we already showed Pizza very well. Slapsticks, if you do have slapsticks, can work very well too. Trueform Pogo can work as a staller here. Miku Cat can work as a staller, of course. And just pretty much bring your rushers and high DPS units, of course, one of them being a Bahamut. And for Ubers, pretty much almost all of the anti-angels work in this stage. Even if they just help in the beginning, it's really nice. Of course, the obvious ones, Jizzo, Kalisa, Gameron. Once again, if you have Juvens, you shouldn't even be watching this guide. Other units like Balrog, Yukimura also work. Just basically the standard rush Ubers. Now, as much as I could go over multiple strategies, we're just gonna do one for this video because as I would like to go over multiple strategies, like I said, just don't have the ability to do them right now. Anyways, once you start off the stage, what you want to do is of course stall the relic doges. What you want to do is stack cash. Since this is a base hit stage, you want to absolutely take advantage of that. So stack as much cash, possibly get even max cash, max wallet before you hit the base. That's what makes this level a lot easier than the previous ones. Because being a base hit stage, you can really abuse that. Now they do push pretty hard, so you want to make sure not to over push, but also try not to die either. It's really the only difficult part of this level is balancing in the beginning, trying not to over push and trying not to die either. That's why Bullet Train is so good for the beginning, and as well as Can with double bounty. Now in this one, Can did survive a bit too long, and we did kill the last doge. But when you are on the last doge, you want to keep him alive. Of course, you get your wallet maxed out. But even with that huge mess up, we were able to recover because if you just stack up enough in the beginning and just burst down that first hippo as quick as possible, you should be pretty fine. And this is with under level 40 units. So if you have level 40 units here, you should be even more fine. Now, of course, the quickest way to burst down that initial hippo is a Bahamut and just stacking up all of your gift cats to get ready to enter the blind spot, stacking up all your Manic Flyings, all of your Ramens, your Seafarers, just stacking up pure DPS, deliveries, cans, and once you enter that blind spot and you get those gift cats in there, it's pretty much a done deal. And at this point, you should be able to time entering the blind spot very easily with Cat Cannon. If you're struggling on that part, that means you just haven't practiced enough. Now a big issue that could happen here is of course that if the hippo just gets in front of Clionel and pushes your units outside of the blind spot, and if you don't have enough DPS stacked up to kill it in time, of course a Bahamut and everything else will be in death range. So stacking that DPS is super important, but even with Bahamut dead, this run is still salvageable because we do have lots of Manic Flying still in the blind spot, lots of Seafarers still in the blind spot, gift cats, of course delivery, and there is small amounts of RNG involved, so keep that in mind. Like if you do get a damage knockback and all of the units get out of the blind spot and a random relic doge comes in, sits in front, that is just pure RNG. Unless you have like boosted units above level 40 and you're able to wipe out that relic doge in like a second or two, then you're pretty much dead. But if you are able to handle and manage entering that blind spot and just keep pushing hard at all times and timing your units into the blind spot correctly, this level should be pretty straightforward and pretty easy. But yeah, that's all for this guide. Drop a like if this guide helped you out. Subscribe if you're new. Join the hashtag Boogle gang. It's been Boogle, and see ya.